Welcome back. A charge-sheeted accused in a 1991 impersonation case taken up by the CBI, Rajshri, has been absconding for around 20 years and has been arrested by the CBI today. The woman had initially submitted a false Russian card and an affidavit in the passport application. Rajshri, who could not be secured during the trial, had landed in the city today with a Canadian passport. She was detained for a few hours then and handed over to the investigating agency. She's now been remanded to judicial custody till the 3rd of March. Now, come April, 34 parks within the Chennai Corporation limits will play out music to soothe your ears. In addition to the 7 announcements made today, women's self-help groups will also be trained in jewellery making, embroidery as well as jute bag making. Today was the debate hour after the corporation's budget presentation that took place day before. Corporation school children of class 12 will sport ties now on as part of their school uniform so as to match up to the outfits of the private school counterparts. As part of the civic body's efforts to tackle mosquito menace in the city, councillors raised the need to take on fogging exercises twice a week. Meanwhile, opposition leader of the Chennai Corporation thought that the health sector was one that didn't get enough emphasis. Here were his demands.
இந்த வருடம் சென்னை மாநகர நிதி அறிக்கையில் மேம்பாலங்கள் கட்டப்படவில்லை என்று சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இருக்கின்ற மேம்பாலம் கட்டி முடித்தாலே ஓரளவுக்கு டிராஃபிக் குறையும். இருந்தாலும் வருங்காலத்தில் எந்தெந்த பகுதியில் மேம்பாலம் கட்டப்பட வேண்டும், போக்குவரத்து நெரிசலை குறைப்பதற்காக டிராஃபிக் செல் என்று ஏற்கனவே ஒன்று இருந்தது, அது இப்போது இல்லை என்று சொல்லப்படுகிறது. மீண்டும் அந்த டிராஃபிக் செல் அமைத்து அதன் மூலம் எங்கெங்கு போக்குவரத்து அதிகமாக இருக்கிறது என்பதை கண்டுபிடித்து அதற்கான ஆய்வறிக்கை தர வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம்.
Well, moving on in developments from Vanitha Vijaykumar's fight over custody of her son, a psychiatrist report of her son's mental condition was submitted at the Madras High Court today. The report says that the child is impressionable. Actor Vijaykumar's daughter Vanitha and her ex-husband have been fighting over the child's custody, following which the judge had ordered the psychiatric report. The father of the child has been demanding custody, saying that the boy did not want to stay with his stepfather. The case has now been adjourned to the 22nd of February. On to some national news now. The controversial ISRO-Davis S-band deal was cancelled today by the Cabinet Committee on Security. This comes a day after Prime Minister Manmohan Singh strongly rejected any suggestions that his office continued talks with Davis on its controversial deal with Antrix for lease of S-band spectrum after the Space Commission decided to scrap it. Meanwhile, Davis has now threatened legal action. It has said, and I quote, ISRO-Davis deal is legally binding. The contract was not cancelled, annulled or terminated by Davis itself, and they expect the government to fulfill obligations under the deal, else they will take legal steps to protect their rights, unquote. Yesterday, in fact, Dr. Singh had defended the Prime Minister's office, saying that never once did they try to dilute a decision taken by the Department of Space to annul the deal. On to some business news now. A small step for Mercedes-Benz is set to be a giant leap in the luxury auto market. Parent company of the legendary Benz, Daimler AG, launched its first India-specific exclusive brand for trucks by the name Bharat Benz, taking on an arena that involves competitors like Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland. The Oragadam manufacturing plant is due for commissioning in mid-2012. Daimler, a global heavyweight in the commercial vehicle segment, is hoping to fuse German technology with India's engineering edge. The German major also looks to be in an overdrive to establish dealership networks. Still ahead on the bulletin, it's a mixed bag for the weekend on the silver screen. If you are a movie buff, you're sure to be spoiled for choice.